Hi everyone, well today we're checking how to write the gerund in English and obviously we will check it at the same time how to write the gerund in Spanish. So let's start. The gerund part 1. The gerund part 1. When we want to write a verb in gerund we add these letters. We add ing at the end of the verb. Okay? So in Spanish, we have, for example, the word empezar. When we have this kind of words that end in AR, we add ando at the end of the sentence. So in English, it's like starting, okay? So empezando is the same that starting, okay? Let's go with one example more. We have the verb viajar. Viajar when it ends with AR. If it ends with AR, we must add also ando, viajando to say travel, traveling. Okay? Viajando is traveling. Let's go with one example more. Dibujar. Dibujar also ends in AR. So dibujando would be the gerund in Spanish, and drawing would be the gerund in English. One example more. Enseñar also ends with AR in Spanish, sorry. So to form the gerund, we have to add ando, enseñando, okay? And so teach in English is teaching in gerund, okay? One more and the last example for this part. Trabajar. It also ends in AR. Okay, so the gerund is by writing trabajando. Okay, working in English. Okay, so that's the way we write the gerund form by adding ing at the end of the verbs. Okay, let's go with the part 2. How different is from this one? Let's check it. The gerund part 2. Okay, in English we also add ing, but this is a little bit different than the first part. This is part 2 when we have, for example, bake that ends in e. This verb ends in e. When the verb ends in e, we we erase the letter e and we add ing to make the gerund form. For example, baking is horneando in Spanish. Okay, another example is make. We erase the letter E. Making is hacer. Okay, haciendo. Making is haciendo. But in Spanish, my dear Spanish learners, when we have a verb ending in ER, when they end in ER, we don't add ando. We add yendo. So making is haciendo. Okay? So we have one example more. Shake. Shake. Shaking is for sacudir, but it also, this verb in Spanish, sacudir ends with I and R. So we have to write the gerund by adding yendo. Okay? Shaking, sacudiendo. Okay? Next. Erase. Erasing. Okay? In Spanish, borrando. Okay? Next one. Save. To create the gerund, we exclude letter E, we erase letter E and write ing. So this is saving, and that is uh, ahorrando. Ahorrando. Saving, ahorrando. Okay, let's go with the part 3. The gerund form part 3. Here we are. In this case, we have, well, these verbs. Could, beg, hit, run, okay, and rob. There's something special about these verbs. Okay, well, as you can see, I have already put the complete form here. But the important thing here is that when we have a consonant, a vowel in the middle, and a consonant at the end, we have to write double the consonant plus ing. Okay? So, this way, cutting is cortando in Spanish, beg, we double the G and we write begging, is rogando in Spanish. Then we have the word hit, is also consonant, vowel consonant. So we have to double the last consonant, and hitting is golpeando in Spanish. Okay? Run also, it is a consonant, a vowel, and a consonant. So we double the last consonant and write running to say in Spanish, corriendo. Then we have rub, and rubbing is frotando. Okay? Frotando. And well, that's it about the gerund form. This is the way we use the gerunds with a double consonant. As you can see, we have to write double the consonant, the last consonant of the verb when it has the form consonant, vowel, consonant. Okay. Well, our next okay, my dear friends, this is all about the gerund form. Okay, to watch the next video, just remember to click where the arrow points, and don't forget to leave your comments, share, subscribe, and anything you can do for this channel. See you in the next video. See you next time.